Hello, this is Cooper from the podcast you are now listening to. Just wanted to give a brief explanation for a few things in the episode. First off, you might have noticed we have a theme song again. Hope you like it. More importantly, there are a lot of cuts in this episode. You might not notice if you're listening on audio, but you will notice if you're listening visually. Mostly the cuts are coughing. I was coughing a lot during the episode. I also cut out dead air, which I never do, and I've realized is probably a humongous issue. So if you listen to this podcast often, please comment and let me know if you enjoyed this podcast more and thought the flow was a lot better. It is a funny episode. It is a sad episode. Everything I've said will make sense in time. I'm not redoing this. I've done this fucking preamble like 9 times, and I keep fucking up somehow. God damn it. Listen, I did a lot of editing on this episode, and it doesn't look good, but you can tell it took a while, okay? So I hope you like it. Here's the episode. We're both going through a lot right now. Just listen to it, and maybe fucking tell your shitty friends to listen to it once in a while, you ingracious sacks of shit. No, really, we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the episode.
Welcome to the Dagnabbit Boys podcast. I'm your host, Shane Bianchi, and this is Cooper Lyden.
Why'd you say that like I'm a guest?
You aren't a guest.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I'm the host.
Oh, let me turn on the light.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Nobody can see us.
I don't think the
Nobody
light...
can see
I
my
think the light actually is bad, but...
Nobody can see my black ass without the light turned off.
Okay, just coughed straight into the mic. I'm sorry. All right.
Wow, great. You're going to get yourself sick.
It'll probably get edited out. It's okay.
You're going to get yourself sick because you coughed into your own mic. Oh, Cooper's got a book. That means the podcast going to start off hilarious.
That's how you know it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
When you're so bad at podcasting, you've brought in a book.
Yes.
We should start off with a very, I want to be clear, very brief.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Very brief? Why is it got to be so brief?
I just want to, for time's sake, just want to set a precedent that we're not going to let this drag on.
Well, yeah, that's the problem with the podcast is every time we throw in a rest in peace, it goes on forever.
I know. And
yeah.
I don't like when so I just want to be clear. But actually, in a horribly sad turn of events, a good friend of ours, Alex Duong, has died. He leaves behind
2 hours ago.
About 2 hours ago. Feels like that should be mentioned at the beginning. I don't like not mentioning it.
Yeah. He's the first guy I ever met, I think, he was the first guy I worked with at the Comedy Store, and it's devastating.
Yeah, we got hired around the same time. He unfortunately was not able to get his name on the wall because he got a horrific cancer that just kind of tore right through him. But you can still find his work online and on Instagram, Alex Duong, Alex Duong.
And there's a GoFundMe out there.
There's a GoFundMe for his family. They need it.
They really need it.
Okay? They need it a lot more than your non-binary friend who needs a new apartment. Okay?
Yeah.
So if
they need it more than every single non-binary person in history.
To be fair, that is completely true. And
I mean, imagine how privileged you got to be non-binary.
I don't
think about it.
I don't want to make this rest in peace an attack on non-binary people, but it should be noted that their problems are not at all is not even close to what Alex and his family are going through.
Yes.
He leaves behind a wife and a beautiful young daughter, so that's very horrific and sad.
Very sad.
He was a very talented comedian and roaster. You can go, maybe, I don't like the sounds of the chair.
Okay.
Especially during a rest in peace. It's a little,
sorry.
Something to think about. A man's dead.
Yes.
And you're making fart sounds. So.
I'll stop farting. I'll stop farting.
Please stop farting during the rest in peace. I mean, Jesus Christ. A man's dead. He leaves behind a family.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alex is dead. It's very sad.
Yeah.
He was a good friend of ours, and it's moments like this you hope heaven exists, but it doesn't. But you hope it does. So rest in peace,
and
Alex.
that's the best rest in peace thing I've ever heard is to mention that heaven doesn't exist during it.
Well, I don't want people to leave deluded.
Yeah, delude yourself a little bit.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You got to delude yourself a little bit during times like this, I feel like. But then you go back to normal.
I'm an intellectual.
Okay.
I don't let emotions get in the way.
You're going to bring up the flying spaghetti monster during a rest in peace. And then giving the widow a Christopher Hitchens book. Love you, Alex.
Love you, bud. Now that that's over, Jesus Christ. Start the fucking podcast now.
Yeah.
No, but really it's so sad I haven't even really been able to process it.
Yeah, I mean, I've literally found out and then we had to record the episode.
I woke up and immediately found out. I woke up, I texted, Angie had texted me that she was in Texas, and then I said, oh, you landed in Texas, that you went, Alex died, and I went, okay, well, fuck.
Fuck, I guess we're not talking about Texas.
I know. I thought we were going to talk about maybe some brisket or barbecue.
And no.
Nothing of the sort. Well, anyway. You can't say anyway at a funeral. Just quick advice. If you are at a funeral and you're talking about your friend, you cannot say anyway at any point during your
You can't say, you can't say anyway. You can't say, oh, I was just thinking about this, and then move on to something else. You can't digress at a...
No, you can't say any hoozle.
Yeah.
Digression is a good point. Do not get distracted. Do not get distracted when you're up there.
Yeah, don't be like, oh, can we put this on pause? I have to take a fucking shit. Don't say any of that.
Yeah, and don't be like, have you guys listened to Geese? That band's everywhere. Don't do that.
Yeah, be like, hey, I'm not usually into that sort of Brooklyn pussy shit, but Geese is pretty good. Don't say that.
Yeah. You can't be like, honestly, they've kind of only had one good album and really only one good song. And it really, Cameron Winter's solo album's way better. And honestly, the Geese hype really pales in comparison to actually him. But anyway, going back to my father who's dead.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a funny funeral.
Yeah.
All those comics in one place.
I mean, well, I would guess, I don't know. I would guess they're going to do a memorial at the store, I would guess.
Yeah, probably.
And then they'll probably do like a...
If his name isn't already on the marquee, they're fucking godless.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have to do that like as soon as people fucking get there.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
I might go tonight. Should we go tonight?
Might be good to go.
Yeah.
I have a couple of shows, but they're early. So maybe I'll go over after.
Okay.
I'm going to mention Alex at both my shows.
Be like, you guys think you're doing bad.
It's what he would want.
Yeah.
The guy who doesn't know how to pay homage to somebody. She's doing stand-up and just keeps mentioning the death of a friend.
Yeah. We're about to get to the funny part.
I should be clear. Alex would like these jokes.
Yeah.
Okay? It would be rude to only be sad about it.
Yeah.
And also...
Well, jokes is how you express being sad, you know?
Yeah.
It's like... You know, if you were like a poet or something, you like write a fucking sad bullshit ass poem.
Which sucks to be a poet.
It sucks to be a poet. You got to be a comedian, because then you could bring the house down.
Yeah.
Poets don't bring the house down like comedians do.
Poets do not murder. They do not crush. It sucks to be a poet, yeah, because like anything that happens, you have to be serious about it.
Yeah.
Like January 6th happens and you have to be like, this is the gravest day in American history.
I had to follow a poet, and she knew there were comedians on the lineup, so she did a poem about Robin Williams' suicide, and then I had to go up.
Did you make fun of her?
Kind of.
Good.
Kind of, but I couldn't really, because it was like... It's a variety show. They're not here for comedy. You can't be like, that woman thought she was on to something.
Yeah, it is tough when it's not fully a comedy show. You can't look at the crowd and be like, doesn't poetry suck?
Yeah.
Because some of them are like, no, we came for her.
That's our whole thing.
I'm glad I got out of the poetry game.
Now you on the comedy and fentanyl game.
Now I'm in the poetry of the masses game.
Yeah.
Which is comedy.
I call drug dealing poetry for the masses.
It is funny to imagine.
It gives you grace.
I like to imagine a drug dealer that's like, you know, I'm kind of an artist.
Yeah.
In what I do. You know how people do that, where chefs say they're artists?
Yeah, but they're not. They're fucking not. I'm a chef. I have tattoos. I'm cool. Shut up.
Yeah, truly, nobody gives a fuck.
I make a burger that's got fucking sauce on it. It's just sauce you would get at McDonald's, but I guess better or something.
Yeah, I'm so tired of chefs reinventing the burger.
We did a Big Mac, but it's French.
Meanwhile, the fucking taco stand starts making burgers, and it's like one of the best burgers you've ever had.
Yeah.
I had 2 double-doubles last night.
It's a good thing to do. That's funny because, last night was Friday, Thursday, we had double-doubles too.
Yeah.
So you're going hog wild.
I went a hog wild. I didn't have fries. I went just straight double-doubles.
I should have done that the other night. I realized that if you order a combo at fucking, if you order a combo at In-N-Out, it just costs the same if you got the items on your own. Because they gave me the receipt, and it was not like a number one combo. It was just all the items added. It's the same price.
Yeah. 2 double-doubles and a drink was like $16, though. I think that's more than the combo.
It's more than the combo, but you only get 1 double-double.
You only get 1 double-double.
When you want to.
It feels weird to eat 2 cheeseburgers and no fries. But
fries are not... There's only a couple places where the fries are really worth it.
A lot of people hate In-N-Out fries. I like them.
I think they're fine, but...
They taste like what fries would taste like if you didn't add like red 40 to them to make you addicted to them.
Yeah. The only fries I really like are the McDonald's fries. I kind of like the Five Guys fries, but I never eat those.
I love every fry for its possibilities. And, So, anyway, rest in peace, Alex. That was also part of... I don't know if you caught that.
I don't know. Yeah, he loved fries.
He loved fries. That was also part of it.
Yeah.
It's actually still not... We're still doing it.
Yeah. This whole episode kind of is gonna...
This is kind of interesting. So the CIA, they funded a lot of artists.
The fucking CIA, the
Yeah. They funded a lot of artists. I only know one of them, but you tell me if you recognize any of these. Arthur Schlesinger.
Arthur Schlesinger
Jr. Arthur Schlesinger Jr.
I know the name. I think I was thinking of Koisler though.
Then we got Mary McCarthy.
Oh yeah. We got
Robert Lowell. We got Dwight McDonald.
I don't know Dwight McDonald.
We got Daniel Bell. Isaiah Berlin. George Plimpton. Peter Matheson. And, most famously, Mark Rothko.
Oh.
Isn't that weird?
I think I knew too.
Mark Rothko's just doing shapes, and the CIA is like, that's politically correct.
Yeah.
That's fine with us.
Mary McCarthy's interesting because she was a woman novelist who her book The Group was known for having a kind of frank view of women's sexuality. I've never read it.
The CIA was telling them to write it.
Yeah, I guess so. The CIA's like, when bitches put out, that's good for us, I guess.
It's actually great for them. They do like when bitches put out.
I was thinking about that last night, that like I think a lot of social conservatism amongst the working class is mainly just because they like community is incredibly important to them, and promiscuity and homosexuality kind of undercuts it. Like, they want you to have kids.
Do you think it actually undercuts it?
I think promiscuity does.
Do you think, well, yeah, I mean, obviously, if like everybody's fucking cheating on each other,
yeah,
then yes, definitely. But I wonder, like something like homosexuality is like, okay, you have like a small working class community. They don't have a lot.
I don't think gay people really.
They don't have a lot of political power. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you have a gay couple in the community. It's like, is that a detriment? It's like, well, you have less kids.
Yeah.
You have 2 less kids, let's say.
I think I feel like it's a cycle, though, the homophobia amongst the working class, where it's like, I think a big part of it is like, I think there's 2 parts of it. I think gay people leave their communities and they go over to cities, and then they kind of live a bohemian lifestyle, which is kind of antithetical to what is valued in like working class communities a lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot of times, not
but
every
we're
time.
talking about it, but it's funny because it's like they leave those communities because they're not welcome in them to begin
Yes,
with.
for sure.
So it's like a snake that eats itself.
It's a cycle, and then that makes them kind of resent them. And there's also the really out gay people are usually going to be like children of rich people in like major cities.
Sometimes
I think a lot
they're
of
also
the
just
times.
people who are kind of escaping it. I mean, I don't know. It's like
it's hard to say anything is one or the other, you know?
Yeah, I think there's tons of
And you also got religion to factor in.
I think a lot of times aversion to homosexuality, whether it comes from like working class or like from the black community, I think a big part of it is like, listen, we're under a microscope. They want to get mad at us all the time already.
Yeah.
So can you not do that? Because they already don't like us.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like we can all just go to work and do our jobs and they'll still pull us over, or they'll still fucking designate our area a slum because we're working class. So if you're also gay,
stop putting the little nail polish things under your nose. You got to stop putting the nail polish things under your nose because that's going to piss them off even more.
you keep sniffing the nail polish.
Don't sniff the nail polish. That'll
Stop
make your
sniffing the
asshole
nail
go
polish.
dilate or something so you can get fucked in the ass better or something. Or loosen your asshole. What does it do?
Well, it's funny how prejudice works, because it's like, you know, a guy choosing to go fuck another guy, or you know, somebody who identifies as a woman, they're born a man. It's very like, it's completely separate from like the problem of everybody being poor.
Yeah.
But then like prejudice comes in and it's like, stop, you're fucking us.
Well, I think a lot of it's also, it's just like they use religion and all these other things to keep people divided amongst the, like, you know, the working class, you know? It's like, it's all a tool, you know?
No, the government wants us all to like each other.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
They don't pay artists to follow the party line.
I know the CIA was paying like Gloria Steinem, which is interesting. They were paying Gloria Steinem. They're probably paying off some other people in that community. They were paying off like hippies, I know.
I think we're going to have a problem having real conversations about what constitutes a valid social movement. We're going to have a problem doing that until we're able to admit that a lot of social movements are hijacked by the CIA.
Yeah.
Because it's weird, this isn't necessarily a belief I have because I don't know anything about it, but like people will be like, well, the you know, like the second wave of feminism or whatever in the 60s was like hijacked by the CIA.
I think to some extent, I think modern feminism is probably more hijacked than back then. I think back then they were a little bit more like legit in their stuff. I think as women become money makers more, it's kind of, feminism kind of becomes in a sore spot, you know, where it's like, are we going to talk about class? Are we going to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that the 60s feminist movement was to get women into the workforce because they wanted to stimulate the economy. So they had to make a reason to do that. So then they had to come up with the idea of working then being empowering and so on and so forth. I don't know if that's true. But
I don't think it's fully true.
The problem is, well, nothing's fully true. I mean, that's what co-opting means, you know?
Yeah.
The problem is the only person saying that is like Candace Owens.
Yeah.
But it's like, it should become, not even saying that belief is true, but it should generally become more readily accepted to be like, before we go on, is this society?
It's like a land acknowledgement.
It's a land acknowledgement. It's a CIA acknowledgement.
Yeah.
We need to acknowledge the CIA.
Is this built on CIA land?
And a lot of it is. Almost everything is. I think Threads is created by the CIA.
I mean, my understanding of a lot of that shit is it's like that it's in-house, a lot of it. Like, it's like the, a lot of those things that are designed to piss you off are coming from employees of the, social media.
But who's wanting them to do that?
Who knows?
Because in the one hand, it's beneficial to the company because it drives engagement and makes them money.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it's very beneficial for the CIA to have just a you know, you used to have newspapers and now it's just right in your hand.
Yeah.
It's right to your face. It's the job of poisoning the masses has gotten so much easier.
Oh yeah.
And to act like they don't want to is
we're
like
poisoning the masses right now.
I wish nobody likes us. The CIA doesn't fund us.
Oh fuck.
So
we got to figure out how to get the
The
masses
question
poison.
is that I wanted to ask you, based on those artists that we've heard about, who do you think are the current artists being funded by the CIA?
Oh, I feel like a lot of them are very 2000 late. I think a lot of the Dime Square people.
I I think
At the very least, I don't know about funded by the CIA. I mean, I would assume a lot of CIA shit is like they probably use different companies to fund it.
That's
so it
all
can't
a
be
given,
traced.
though.
Yeah,
That's all a given.
But yeah, like a lot of the alt-right stuff, I think some of the like more identity politics people are probably being funded by CIA.
I think Mindy Kaling is a psyop.
It's a possibility.
I don't think there's any reason for that Scooby-Doo show to have been made.
Yeah.
My first thought, the only thing I heard about, I never saw it because I'd rather put a gun into my asshole. But the only things I've heard about it is that everybody hated it.
Yeah.
Like the people you'd expect to hated it. Like the guys with white goatees hated it.
Yeah.
But also the people who you think would like it were also like, this was not good. And they did a weird thing with Scooby-Doo that seemed very like it had an odd agenda to it.
I think the more patronizing something is, probably the more likely you can trace it back to the CIA. Like the more like it's like this is a gay acceptance thing, but it's done by like a straight woman who's bisexual and like is kind of patronizing towards the community. That's probably CIA.
Heated rivalry, CIA.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it.
It's a terrible show.
All right. Well,
Ted Lasso?
Probably.
Such a terrible show, it's got to be a psyop.
Yeah.
It's a psyop to make everybody fine with being a loser.
Yeah, probably. I haven't seen that either.
Of course. Why would you have seen it?
I haven't seen any of that shit.
Loser?
Yeah, I'm not a fucking loser, yeah. I'm a cool guy. That's why I have a podcast that has 60 listeners.
I canceled my Netflix and Hulu accounts.
Were you paying for them or?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't have anything I pay for other than Criterion and YouTube Music.
Yeah, I just have YouTube Premium. I've decided that's where I'll get my content from.
I mean, YouTube Premium's the best one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's truly the best one.
They got Whitest Kids You Know, the whole series for free.
Oh, I
don't
need
have
to
to pay
send
for
you.
it.
They have a list of those sketches that were censored that they don't have in there. I need to send you the sketches that were censored.
The whole thing's free.
It's all free.
There's a lot
They took a lot of stuff off.
There's also a lot of movies that are free.
Yeah. A bunch of old movies. If you
It's
like
great.
watching shit from the 40s and 50s.
And then you go on Netflix and you're like, what even is this?
Yeah.
What is happening here?
Well, it's like a movie about people that are on a train. There's like a million movies about people on trains that are action movies.
I like the Korean ones.
Those are pretty good.
Korean
I
ones
watched
are
an
good.
Indian one that was pretty good. It was pretty violent and fucked up.
Yeah,
it's called Kill.
Yeah, it's an Indian movie, an Indian action movie about trains, but it's just like a guy getting to work on the current system.
Yeah.
He's having to fight 10 guys and lose his arm.
But Kill, check it out. I watched it on a flight. It's fun. But CIA psyop-wise, I mean, I guess it's interesting. I feel like there's probably a decent amount. It's probably like, what's it called? What's that show, Jack Reacher?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
those are like...
It's like fucking...
Those aren't even smart. Those are like the fucking armies making them. There's no tax to them.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Zero Dark 30, Jack Reacher. Is the propaganda is... I mean, every Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Actually, the answer to the question of what art do you think is CIA funded, the real answer is the most popular art currently.
Oh, yeah, all of that.
Like, whatever is like so fucking popular it makes no sense. It's like, yeah, that is the CIA.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because there are so many movies that like the U.S. Army or some branch of the government has just given like free tanks to.
Yeah.
To just be like, no, you can have the
These are our
tanks.
leftover tanks.
You know what to do, though.
Yeah.
Like, Captain America is like... And it does suck because...
It is interesting that, like, people try to make anti-war movies, right? But it's like, it feels like, even when they're grisly and fucked up, it still gives this idea of honor and shit. I want to see a war movie where they're losers. Like, a guy dies and he's a fucking loser and he's a bitch. And he's like, I died because I'm a fucking bitch.
I died because I'm an idiot, because I'm an absolute victim of circumstance.
Yeah, I fucking suck. How about a war movie called We Suck? And it's a bunch of guys just dying because they're dumb.
Yeah, like a bunch of guys who are like really rah and proud of themselves, and then they go to Vietnam, and then they like torch a girl, and then they start to realize what they might be doing is bad, and then they like
die stupidly, like just slapstick.
Yeah, they just die in like a trap with bamboo covered in poison frog shit, and then they're just like,
and they're pooping and peeing all over themselves.
And then their friends are standing over the trap, and they're like, Billy, you died for nothing.
I hope I never die for nothing. If I die for nothing, that wouldn't make any sense.
Your whole life is over just because the elites feared a spread of communism.
And he slips over a turd, and he slips on like a turd on the ground and hits his head so hard, and he has a seizure, and then he dies that way. Yeah,
he dies where they're walking, and then he just like shits so much out of his ass, and then falls in it. And then, like, the shit is so heavy that it drags him into the earth.
Yeah. Have you read The Things They Carried? There's a scene where a guy drowns in shit.
No, I've heard of that, but I haven't.
It's a good book. If you like war stuff, it's good. And I do like war stuff, unfortunately.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I like all the man badass shit.
We should write a movie that, just has a bunch of guys like in the Iraq War.
And it's called like the 14 F words. You'd have to write it, but
the 14 fags who never came home because they never deserved to. They left behind a stupid daughter and a stupid wife and a stupid son.
I do want to write stuff that's literally is just like it'll be like a guy who's like obviously based on like Elon Musk or something, called like Bleelon Dusk or something.
Yeah.
And then he gets killed in the sketch. Like, it's just a sketch. He gets killed, and the whole time he's being like, oh God, I'm a real guy. People should actually do this. Fuck.
Yeah, you can write that today.
Yeah, we could do that today and just have a fake whatever. And in the description, just be like, it's just a silly sketch I came up with that doesn't mean anything.
I want to write, if we write the war movie, I want there to be a scene where his stupid, dumb parents, who kind of pushed him into a death machine.
And his name's Retardo.
His dad is Retardo von Gay. And he's an ex-Nazi who was brought over during Operation Paperclip. So he's a Nazi, he's Retardo von Gay. So his son dies, and then he gets the news with him and his wife, whose name is Fat. And and they're like, oh, our stupid, dumb son died for nothing. And we're so stupid, we just pushed him into a war machine.
Oh my God, I better eat McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Yeah, they eat McDonald's cheeseburgers, and then they shit their pants, and they shit their pants so much that it looks like they're sitting on chairs that are 10 feet high.
Yes.
And they're like...
And then they're like, oh, I'm so dumb, I forgot what happened today.
Yeah, I like...
What happened today?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing? Who's this guy in the photo?
It's a 30-minute scene where they keep forgetting their son died, then remembering, and then shitting their pants. Yeah, fuck every veteran.
Yeah. All veterans are bastards. AVAB,
I'm on that shit. I like to imagine... You know what I love? When people... I've seen this on threads where people will like talk about the U.S. Army, and then some like worthless, toothless liberal who's holding us all back will be like, maybe veterans should be added to ACAB? And then they'll be like, yeah, maybe. And you're like, what does that mean, added?
Yeah.
Added? We hate them now, too? Where have you been, you stupid idiot? We've been fucking world terrorists for like 100 years now, and now you're like, should we add them to the theoretical list that we do nothing about?
ACAB TQIA.
Yeah.
ACABQ TIA.
My whole family's at the No Kings protests today, and
oh yeah, I saw a little bit of that on the drive here.
I keep texting them and being like, I hope you're having fun at your government-sponsored playtime.
Is No Kings today? Because I did see a protest on the way here.
Yeah, it's all over.
Oh, okay. They were like, release the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Release all of them.
I just read a book about revolution and popular movements, and they said that most nonviolent protest is mostly just like state. You know, anything allowed by the state is completely useless in terms of revolution. And the only thing that really is going to do anything is like sporadic fits of violence where people get killed that then sort of roll into some sort of long death march that then eventually somebody takes power in. So since I read that book, I'm allowed to sit on my couch and podcast.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about Los Angeles is we love to riot. So maybe before we move to New York, we should try to start some sort of populist movement that's violent like that, and then just go over to New York, where people are chill and normal.
I mean, it's already kind of beginning, you see like Mexicans on the streets who are like pushing ICE guys over. And those guys don't realize that like if this, and it won't because we live in a fascist state, but
Yeah.
if this turned into a revolution that changed the government, the people right now that are like, like owners of taco stands who are like throwing grease at ICE guys, they're going to go down in history as like, they'll have some name for them of revolutionaries. But the people doing it right now don't know that they're that.
Yeah.
They're just like, well, fuck this. That's what people don't realize is like all these revolutions start just as a micro thought.
What if we start wearing zoot suits?
Do you think a riot would start around us?
Yeah. If we just started wearing zoot suits and providing zoot suits for all the Hispanic like taco vendors and stuff,
it might help them remember.
Yeah.
What if we went to the No Kings protest in zoot suits? And then people were like, hey, what are you planning?
You should take Dayquil or something. Are you taking Dayquil?
Yeah, I'm taking stuff.
Dayquil kind of hits. Dayquil's good.
Sometimes I just, in the mornings, I kind of need to clear my throat, and we went right into podcasting, so I'm just sort of going to die throughout the episode.
Yeah.
But we've got some good stuff.
So far, we have some pretty good stuff.
We got a death of a friend.
Yeah.
We got a death of democracy. We haven't been funny once.
We've been funny.
No. We haven't. Have you ever listened to other podcasts?
I've listened to Come Town like a decade ago.
They're funny, man.
They're really funny?
They're funny.
And
we really don't do any of that.
We do some stuff. We do some bits and shit.
No, the only people who listen to us are fucking fags.
We did that fucking bit before we had to stop. We did the bit about the war movie.
I don't know what to talk about now.
Yeah. Yeah, we did get kind of...
We're off the rails. Mojo's gone.
Mojo?
There's no Mojo now. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, there was this... You had your pet monkey Mojo, and he fucking escaped.
I haven't, I don't know. I think to do a good podcast, you have to constantly watch movies, and I don't really give a fuck about movies.
I haven't watched a movie in a minute. I'm supposed to watch a horror movie for a podcast, but I'm just going to watch one I liked. I mean, we could do a movie. We did that porno movie.
Every podcast, for some reason, the guys who do the podcast constantly watch every single movie that comes out and don't like 80% of them.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I like most movies I see.
I know.
It's like, this is fun. They did a lot of work on this.
Every time I watch a movie, I'm like, why would I be fucking angry? I mean, sometimes I finish a movie and I'm like, well, that was kind of pointless.
Yeah.
But like, I also just don't. Here's what I don't understand. And I think maybe just because they're podcasting, so they watch movies they know are going to suck. There's movies you see and you're like, obviously that's going to suck.
Yeah.
People will be like, oh, Silver Linings Playbook. How do so many people like that? It was gay. It's like, I saw that. I'm like, that's obviously gay.
Yeah.
Why would I watch that hunk of shit?
Yeah, I mean, I try to just watch the stuff I know I would like.
How many times are we going to have like Bradley Cooper standing 20 feet away from a woman on a sidewalk in some moment of, where are you going to go, girl?
Is that movie about bipolar or something?
Maybe. Who gives a... it's like... What, we're going to have Bradley Cooper explore by... Why are you doing this to yourselves? I don't understand. Every, like, guy who was really funny but was too cynical to be good at stand-up comedy quits stand-up, starts a podcast, and then the podcast is just about watching every horrible movie that comes out and being like, oh, that fucking sucked. Being like, oh my God, did you see the new Tiffany Haddish movie? It was terrible. It's like, why are you, a white racist with the podcast, watching a Tiffany Haddish movie?
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
I ended up having... The last bad movie I saw in theaters was the stand-up movie, and the only reason we win is because our friend of the pod, Kurt Steinmuller's wife, wanted to watch Marty Supreme with him, so we didn't get to go to Marty Supreme.
Right. The stand-up movie, what was it called? Is This Thing On?
Is This Thing On? Yeah.
The amount of comedians that watched that movie and then were like, oh my God, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
I don't understand this like constant engagement with like mass media that you know is not good.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have any wits about you, you just look at almost anything being produced by like the major production companies and realize that it is not worth watching.
I mean, the John Wick stuff is fun. Like, they make good action movies.
Action movies are great because they do not take themselves seriously.
Yeah.
Like, even John Wick, where everybody's acting serious, it does not take itself seriously.
Yeah.
It's like you're watching a literal superhero. There's
Yeah.
so many moments where this guy should die.
Mm-hmm.
I like action movies are great because they ask nothing of you.
Yeah. But like when they try to make it serious, it's like no Hollywood screenwriter understands humanity at all or has any inkling of.
No.
It's like a person that went to Emerson wrote this movie.
This guy's dad literally would bring possums into the house and then cut them up while alive. And now he writes movies. And you expect him to know about humanity. It's like,
that guys don't write movies. Those guys make movies in their backyard and then they die of an opioid.
No.
overdose.
I'm talking about the rich version of that, the ritualistic version of that.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
To be like, look, son, power.
Okay, yeah. Those guys don't get it. It's like Max Landis and stuff. His dad literally killed children.
Yeah.
His dad literally killed children on a movie set, and now he's trying to screenwrite.
God knows what fucking, was it Rob Reiner did to his son.
I mean, he didn't stab him a bunch of times. And that was the big mistake.
He clearly had the boy for political leverage in Hollywood.
I mean, most likely.
I mean, are we going to act like nothing happened to that guy? We're just going to sit here and act like nothing happened to Nick Reiner as a child.
Yeah, I mean, most likely that is what happened.
Of course. But I don't understand. There's all these people that are like so angry at art now and being like, oh my God, can you believe that hunk of shit won the Oscar? It's like, why do you care about the Oscars?
Yeah.
They're pointless.
Yeah, I never watched the Oscars. It's so weird to me how many people I know watch the Oscars.
It's crazy. But
it's what do you mean you're watching the Oscars?
What are you doing? Like, it's so funny to me, though, because of, like, can you believe that stuff won the Oscars? And then if you're like, well, why do you care who wins the Oscar? It's because I have this childlike hope that, like, actually good art that means something is going to become popular in the mainstream.
Yeah.
And it's like, when was that true?
Midnight Cowboy won the Best Picture.
Yeah, it's like, there are moments.
There's, like, little tiny moments.
There are moments. I watched Casablanca recently.
Yeah.
You know, there are moments where movies like this pop off and you're like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's moments where that happens. But for the most part, it's not going to happen. Because there are very few people with the amount of power and the amount of artistic integrity to actually make good things that a bunch of people will see.
How do you feel like the homeless feel about the Oscars?
I think the homeless love the Oscars. I think they get really excited when Hollywood Boulevard gets fully shut down and they get guns put in their mouths and told to go 2 blocks over.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That is funny. That is funny about they just shut all of Hollywood Boulevard down.
Mm-hmm.
One of the big homeless, like one of the mini Skid Rows we have in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. Is where the Oscars happen. Yeah. There are people dying of fentanyl constantly.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, Drew Barrymore is being like, you can feel the magic in the air.
Yeah.
You can feel it tonight.
And a block away, a guy on meth is hitting his head really hard against somebody's building.
As hard as he can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to get what he doesn't like in his brain out.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Bradley Cooper's on stage being like, we need to come together as a country. You know, I believe in humanity. Meanwhile, 2 blocks away, there's a guy cutting his own penis off. He's cutting his own penis off and using it as a paintbrush to paint swastikas over a kebab spot.
And the whole time, he doesn't even know what he's doing because the whole time during his meth frenzy, he's thinking about how he couldn't save his little sister from his dad.
Yeah, he just keeps hearing her saying, like, Donnie, please! Donnie, please! And then, meanwhile, everybody's clapping for Bradley Cooper, being like, this motherfucker's going to change the world.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he donates money to a charity that he actually owns. So he's just giving money to himself and then getting a tax break on that money.
Yeah. Horrible people they all are. I'm reading a book about old Hollywood. It's like a novel, but it's like it's the main character is a guy who would write for this magazine Confidential. He was like a Hollywood fixer for his magazine, and just every paragraph is like, and Bobby Kennedy loves a fist to possess. Like, it's just all just like, yeah, and this guy loved little boys. And there's a slave auction over in Hollywood, over in Yucca.
We're going to a slave auction in the Hollywood Hills tonight. Humphrey Bogart is hosting an auction of Ethiopian children tonight. It's going to be so exciting. It is funny. You go to the Oscars and then somebody's like, do you want to come to an after party? And you're like, sure. And then you go and it's literally a slave auction. And you're like, oh.
I don't want any of these boys.
Yeah, that's your only opposition to it. Not at all.
These aren't good boys.
These are bad boys. Look at all these bad boys you brought to this stupid slave auction, you absolute idiot. I don't want to be here.
I prefer my slave auctions in Santa Monica.
Did you go to Bogart's slave auction last month? It was an absolute embarrassment. The teeth
Worst
on those
slaves.
I mean, God, the teeth on those mongoloids, they're not worth a quarter. My grandfather was the largest slave owner in Virginia. That's how I'm able to act and do my art. I wonder how many artists were funded by slavery.
I mean, a lot. I was joking around with another comic about a comic on stage and being like, the only reason this guy gets to do that is because his parents owned slaves. Or his family owned slaves.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
It's so funny. It's so funny how much horror had to happen just for a guy to go up and be like, what's up with fucking dating apps, man?
Yeah.
How much horrific. I do think stand-up of the arts is probably the least bad about it, though.
Yeah, well, it has the lowest barrier for entry.
Yeah.
So you get the most mingling of people.
Yeah.
And which is good. I think, based on my family history, we've always stayed in the North, and as far as I know, none of us have ever been exceedingly rich. My uncle is because of a medical discovery that he worked kind of hard on. But I think we've kind of just been like middle class the whole time and Yankees for the most part, which is a weird position to be in culturally because just as all the horrors of America are happening, you're not too poor or too rich. So you're just looking at it all like, oh, God.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, heavens. Oh, geez. All right. Well, I'm going to go out to California, see what that's like. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my mom explained to me our family tree that there was there's when slavery got out, like when they freed the slaves, like one of my ancestors married a white man, but she was like, could pass as Native American, so she wrote Native American on the thing, so she could legally marry a white man.
So she was a liar. Okay.
So yeah, that was my great grandmother, and then my great grandmother was I guess mixed race, and then so. But they're from fucking Mississippi, where it's
It's weird when you learn about your family history, how it's just a bunch of people that just sort of scrape along in this really weird way.
Yeah.
Like everything I've heard about my family is we were just sort of regular folk from kind of Northern Ireland area, and then came over here, and then we were poor farmers. And then my grandma's life was insane because she was born in Northern California, and then her father would just lose job after job, and they would hop down the state until he finally had a psychotic break. And then she was just poor with her mom and ended up in L.A.
Yeah.
Honestly, this might even be the first time in history that my family is even necessarily predominantly middle class.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's just been these weird, just sort of odd, round-faced whites.
Yeah.
Kind of finding their way around.
My great grandpa on my dad's side was adopted. He was adopted, which he might. So we don't really know where he's from, but we think he's from Italy. We think he's from Sicily because his parents that adopted him were from Sicily, I believe. But I don't think we can really trace it. But they settled in fucking Pennsylvania and started a tombstone business. So that's on my dad's side.
I never know what to believe from my family because, I've heard we have the classic white myth that we were on the second round of ships after the Mayflower expedition.
Yeah.
Part of us were. I've also heard that one of my people was the first police chief in Boston.
Mm.
And then I think it's kind of on good record that one of my great uncles is Roger Williams, who started Rhode Island.
Oh, interesting.
Which he's cool because you know about him.
No,
where
not
he
really.
was, I think he was living in a. He either was a Quaker or was living in a Quaker colony and was like, "This is gay, y'all's gay,"
Yeah,
and they were
yeah.
like, "Fuck you," and they hated him. And then he just went, and back then you could just found a state.
Yeah.
So he just founded Rhode Island to do his own thing, which is crazy that like nowadays a guy gets mad and he's like, man, fuck all these people. I'm going to go start a podcast.
Yeah.
Whereas like, I'm going to go rap, mumble rap, you know. But back then you started Rhode Island. That was like the mumble rap of
Yeah.
the culture.
You know what's interesting? I know nothing about my grandpa's side of the family, or on my mom's side. I know nothing about his side of the family, and I know nothing about my grandma on my dad's side's family.
Have you asked?
I haven't.
Somebody knows something.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. There's nobody notable. There's zero people that are notable.
It's not what that's about, though. It's this. There's stories you'll hear that make no fucking sense and are crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
The less notable somebody is in history.
I'm very curious about my grandpa actually right now because he's a fucking lunatic.
I mean, the fact that your grandparents are still alive. I visited my grandma every week, as much as I could, almost until she died. And the thing with grandparents is, since your grandparents are still alive, you should. Not for any moralistic reason, you should make a habit of calling them once every 2 weeks, if not more. Because when you establish a rapport with these old people, stuff comes out that just is crazy.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, we're not able to just talk to old people.
Yeah.
Like, what old people do you know besides your grandparents?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't know any fucking 80 or 70-year-olds.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
all those people have ridiculous things to say.
Yeah.
And if you just call them and you talk for an hour, they're not busy.
We know a couple 70-year-olds.
We do?
I think so. At the
Well,
store.
maybe through the store, but
yeah.
and they'll talk to you,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they don't love you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
Your grandparents love you.
Yeah.
And so if you call them and we're like, you know, how you doing? What's going on? And then you just start asking them questions. Oh my God. Do you know how much you want to be asked questions at that age?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about you.
Oh, that's true. I should call my Nana. I mean, I don't have a strong enough relationship with any other family member, like any other grandparent than my Nana. So probably just call her.
Yeah, but it's also
She's a
something,
lovely person.
but it's something you can build.
Yeah.
Even the people that you're not close with, they're old. Old people want to be talked to,
Yeah.
you know? So even if you're not close with your grandpa or whoever you're curious about, just call them and be like, hey, I haven't called in a while and, you know, it's nice. I want to talk to you for a sec, or,
Yeah.
you know, I might make a habit of calling you if that's all right. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
You know, it would be almost inconceivable for a grandpa or a grandma of any kind to be like, don't call me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. My grandpa maybe, I mean, I'm sure he'd love to hear from me, but I think at a certain point he would just make 0 sense. His brain's just fucked.
Sure, but even that's interesting.
I guess that is interesting.
Because even if a guy's making 0 sense, it's not like he's not like he's making stuff up.
Yeah.
He is the summation of his entire life.
Yeah, yeah.
So even if he's talking crazy, it'll still come out at some point of like, well, then, you know, your grandma was a fucking flapper. And then you're like, she did what? You know what I mean? Like, there's all this stuff you have
She was born in 1954. What do you mean?
He's like, well, the flapper revival of 1972, of course. You know, like, there's just so much weird stuff that'll come out from these people that you've never expected, you know? I mean, and also, like, old people are so frank.
Yeah.
They just tell it like my grandma, she was an artist all her life. Like, her first job was painting postcards. She was an artist all her life. She went to UCLA to study art. And I remember she was like, yeah, I didn't want to have kids, but I loved your grandfather and he wanted to have kids. So I just did that. And then, you know, I put my life on hold. And then you're like, wow, that's devastating. And they're like, it is devastating. But they'll just tell you this, you know?
Yeah.
Before my grandma died, I remember I was like, are you afraid of dying? And she was like, yeah, it's horrifying to me.
Yeah.
And she was like very open. You know, she was in a death group. She would talk about it. She wasn't hiding from it.
Yeah, yeah.
But she was also on, you know, and that's the only thing You only get that from old people.
She was in a death group?
Yeah, her and like 8 old ladies would get together and just be like, we're going to fucking die.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of bitches who are going to die.
This bastard god's gonna kill us. Fuck, we're gonna die. Shit.
Almost like harmonizing their cuss words.
A bunch of old men like, fuck, I got a fucking thing in my cock.
Fuck.
So I can piss. Fuck.
Fuck.
I'm probably gonna fucking die.
My stupid bastard cock just lays around like a damn dirty roach. Can't even put it in the pussy. Can't put my cock in the pussy because I'm going to die. I think we're going to die.
Yeah, I mean, we're coughing like we're gonna die. We have TB or something.
I think we're both going to die at like 54.
You think so? You promise?
Yeah, I think just our outlook.
I don't know. I think I have a pretty positive outlook. Relatively.
It's not really necessarily about being negative.
Yeah?
I just feel like we're the kind of guys that like are just kind of like, fuck it.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, not nihilist, but just...
Yeah, but like, fuck it.
I feel like if I got news tomorrow that I was dying, I would be horrified, I'd be very sad. But I think, give me enough time, and I'd be like, well, nobody deserves anything, and people die when they die.
The first day you find out you're gonna die is to be awful, because you're like, how do I spend the rest of the time?
And then the second day you go, oh, there's no right answer. So it literally doesn't matter. I'm just
Bill Hicks read the entirety of Lord of the Rings during his last 2 weeks.
Well, that's gay.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you did what?
That's so fucking gay.
Why would you do that? What do you mean?
Holy shit, what a fag.
I mean, I read it once. I would never read it again. I didn't even like it. I don't like fantasy, so.
Well, maybe it's good when you're dying.
Yeah, because you're in a fantasy.
Yeah.
And you get to pretend like you're a hobbit or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he was really into Lord of the Rings, I think. We don't have to do a full-length episode today.
Did you hear about these fucking hobbits? Yeah, fucking Christians are all mad at the hobbits.
The hobbits. It's crazy how the hobbits claim to be pro-life, but they fine with war.
He's just making no sense in his last state. He's like, if the hobbits were real, they'd probably be anti-smokers. Okay?
Okay.
The nurse is like, what is that?
Scrunching your face and going, okay, one of the greatest comedic conventions ever invented.
It's truly, it is so funny, actually.
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
It is the quickest way.
You don't like drugs? Okay.
It's the quickest way to be a smart aleck.
Yes.
It's the fastest possible way to just be a fucking jackass.
What if he did the scrunch his face one time and went okay, and then he could never stop ever again? He scrunched his face and he eventually just couldn't eat anymore because he couldn't stop it. He couldn't stop with his face is just scrunched forever and he keeps going, okay, forever.
It's funny to imagine just forever until he dies.
And he dies within 2 weeks of starvation.
That's how he died, from okay. It's funny to imagine him having kind of a smart-ass thing about him, and the doctor comes in, he's like, how you feeling? He's like, I don't feel too good, okay? And the doctor's like, well, I have bad news. You got a couple weeks left to live. And then he just immediately drops and is like, what? But I don't want to die.
I'm 31.
I'm only 31. I feel like I have so much life ahead of me. And the doctor's like, I'm really sorry, Mr. Hicks. You're going to die. But then he's like, okay. All right, well, I was a little negative, but I think we got something going.
I think we did. Yeah.
It's a short episode, but
sorry about that, guys, but
sometimes things end faster than
you expect it to. Hug your friends, I guess. Love your friends. I don't know.
Nah.
Don't do that.
Switch up on them.
Switch up on your friends. Never call anybody.
No, don't.
Never try to make
time.
You always have time. Keep that in mind.
There's always time. So don't call your friends because you always have time. They'll always be there. They'll never go away. So don't worry about that.
Yeah. You'll never feel like you ever, missed out on anything.
No. There's always enough time to do everything, and you will not die with regret. That's a fact. Nobody's ever died with regret.
Yeah. So stay funny.
Stay funny.